Hello, everyone.
Hello. Good evening.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. Let's see if I can... Oh, look at that. I found it right away on that one. I've got it up on the computer for you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me grab this one and see.
Live now.
Is it?
Yep.
For some reason, every time on the laptop, there's always a little...
Hi, Jean. Shoot.
Hi, Jean. Let's see if I can get it to come up here. Anyone else in? Are we kind of a... It's not show... Oh, here it is. Oh, geez. Okay. Let me get it to go.
Karen Birch and Madison Kraft. Hello.
Hi, Madison. Thank you for sharing. Hi, France. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Karen. Woohoo! Okay, so we're getting a couple of people on. I don't have many announcements. Last month's company stuff has kind of faded, but I have my own announcements. So
I was gonna say,
if you're new to us, let me get on this stool.
You need to like us and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Not Twitter. Well, I do have a Twitter, but I'm not using it.
Facebook,
Instagram, and YouTube.
Oh.
There you go. Thanks, Bill. He was like putting a plug in for me. Okay, so the release of the new Framed Florets has gone live, and just until tomorrow, I have a thing where if you purchase the bundle, I will give you a set of the adhesive back swirls. But just think about this. If you purchase the paper, you're only like, what, $3 or $4 away to get yourself a free stamp pack, and I'm using this paper in that stamp pack. So
heck of a deal.
It is a good deal, and it really surely does help. The other thing that's really
Plus, they get 2 perks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's right. So you would actually get... with a $70 purchase, you get a stamp pack. You'd get the free gold adhesive back swirls, and you'd get 2 perks rewards. So that is kind of, yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Bill.
There you go.
This bundle is awesome. We're going to be using it tonight to make a shaker card. I do have the bundle amount in here because you can save 10% just on purchasing the bundle. And so that is with these wonderful, awesome dies and this really neat stamp set. So if that's something you're interested in, you're not going to find this in a catalog. You can only go to my online store, which at the top of Facebook, there is going to be a link that will take you to my store, and it should be pop right up because it's kind of a new offer. This is my offer. This is not a offer through Stampin' Up. This is just from me for those who have purchased, and those of you who have, thank you so much. I already know about it, and you all have kind of gone over the 70 also too, so I've got stamp packs ready to go. I will be closing out this host code tomorrow night, so, and be placing the order for the swirls for you so that I can get those into the mail for you ASAP. The other thing is, if Jackie's on here, say hello. Jackie asked for a Pingo again, a Piccadilly Pingo. So
we haven't had one of them in a while.
No, we haven't. But I've decided to make it a game night, and we're going to have a mystery stamping with this too. So let me explain how this is going to work, because I think my mystery stamping was kind of a little bit confusing to some people. So it is going to be November 19th at 6:30. That's Central Time. So if that's something that you can be, the cost is $38.25. But wait, you're going to get $25 worth of product with that and a chance to win some prizes. I have a bundle set. I have a stamp set. And I think I have the Fancy Frames die set. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the Fancy Frames die set. So those are going to be giveaways. There'll be 3 games of Pingo, And then in between, there'll be 3 demonstrations. So every person who signs up, regardless whether you win or not, you are going to be getting 3 live demonstrations. You're going to get cardstock cut for cards. So there'll be 2 cards each of each 3. So that'll be 6 cards total. And then on top of that, you're going to get a goodie bag worth of $25 worth of products. And I've got another extra little surprise that I'm not giving away that I'm going to be adding on to this. So the mystery stamping, everybody who participates and posts a card in our little private group that I'm going to start, that sign up, this will be the night before. I'm going to give the information the night before, so that would be on the 18th, which means you need to be signed up and paid by noon on the 17th Central Time. And then we'll have a drawing that night of game night for someone to win a prize also. So that's 4 prizes that you could possibly win. A free mystery stamping, that's always fun to do. And then $25 worth of goodies and also a stamp pack. So it's totally worth $38.80. And if you're interested in that, just let me know. I'm just announcing it now. I will get the sign up posted later tonight after this show. So that was it for announcements. Pretty good. Were there any questions?
Not yet. Bunch of people watching.
Yes, Nick, you can.
You're the only. Sign up?
When can we sign up? I will have a sign up. I'm going to post it after this show tonight. Okay. So
later tonight. There you go.
Awesome. And Nick, yes.
Hello,
Nick is my
Lucy.
only exception. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
I figure she's a new enough demonstrator. So Nick, if you're new to us, please say hello and tell us where you're from. Nick is actually her name is Nicola, and she is a demonstrator in Ireland. And we just opened up to Ireland and Belgium. And so she is brand new starting her business, and I'm hoping that anybody who's watching this video now will take the things that I'm going to discuss tonight and use them to your own crafting and order your products in Ireland from Nicola Fox. So as we get going here, I have a card base. This is Balmy Blue, and I'm just going to fold this in half at 4 1/4 to make an A2 card base. So if you're in different countries that use metric systems, sorry, we don't do that here. I don't know what the measurements are, but I have a piece. Oh, is Marcia here?
Yes.
I thought I saw her on.
Marcia's on.
Marcia, this card is blue overload for you.
That's right.
So I have a piece of Night of Navy. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I am using, this goes along with that stamp set, the Fitting Florets. It's a 12 by 12 designer series paper. And I'm going to use this Night of Navy, and this is actually polished pink and balmy blue on here. And I'm using this piece. And so I have that pre-cut. Well, if this is at 4, this would be at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Look at how I came up with that. You can tell I do a lot of cutting
you did a lot of
paper.
cutting for this one.
So let me take that off. I'm just going to go ahead and mat this to make our base. Now, this one isn't a very hard shaker card, which is kind of my favorite. But there's some steps, and I have some tips and tricks that I'm going to be sharing, as with most of my cards I do. But I have this so that it's got that kind of 1/8 inch border to it. Sometimes when I'm working with a dark cardstock, I kind of like to just have a small, instead of like that 1/4 inch border, so I cut it down pretty tight. Now you wouldn't have to, you could change the measurements if you wanted to, but I just wanted that little pop border behind there, that little mat. And I'm just going to adhere this right down. I'm using liquid glue if you're new to me instead of a tape runner. I use this for a couple reasons. One, it's cost efficient. That's probably the main reason, because I go through a lot of adhesives. And 2, it gives me a minute to wiggle it around and move it into place. that I get. I'm not very good at lining up. I need that little bit of wiggle room. Okay, so starting here, I'm going to use a die cut. And the first die cut that I have is I cut this out using the frame, this larger frame here, right there, in the basic white. And
is that one where you had to go over a couple times?
No.
No.
And what I'm doing is, no, it actually popped right out for me. It was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. There's a couple ways that you can do this. I've shown people various times where you can use a sponge dauber. I have one specific sponge dauber that is super like sticky that I put a little bit of glue and then I dab it on. What are you laughing at?
Oh, the blues and the purples are fighting.
Oh no. Does that mean Jean's saying she's a purple lover?
Should be gorgeous grape.
Sorry, Jean. I gotta every now and again.
We did do purple here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. In fact, the cards that were gonna be, I did purple just last week, right here. So there's this technique where you can go in and then laying it on your stickum mat here, you can just kind of dab it on to where you want it. And this is a great technique. I like it more for when I'm doing things that are kind of intricate. But this one, I have enough control, and this stuff is super tacky, that I can kind of go in here and put in a few. By the way, I have been schooled in daylight savings from Nicola now. I guess I was thinking that we were kind of having a talk on our wall, on the wall a little bit earlier. I guess I was thinking that since this is fall back, it'll be in 6 months, it'll be spring forward, and then me and Nicola would have an extra hour gap between us. I guess I didn't think that through. She corrected me.
Well, for a week.
For a week.
Because they spring ahead before us.
That's right. And I just wasn't thinking it through.
The rest of the world springs ahead before us.
Yeah, we're kind of using the old imperial method, and we're kind of Americans. We're behind the times. Yeah. Okay, so I've got that center down here. And then I ran the same die through again to get the opposite color. Now I could leave it like this if I wanted to, but I actually want to stamp on this. So what I love about this is, I don't know if you can see this, so I'm going to hold it here and you tell me if the camera picks it up. There is a little bit of an edge, so it does embossing as well as it cuts it out for that inside.
Oh,
so,
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, so it gives that little edge, a little detail. Now normally I say stamp, and then if it doesn't work out, then you get another one and start over again. But because I want this to line up, and this can kind of get a little wonky in here, it just depends on how you get it in here. I'm actually going to stamp after I adhere it on. I know, right? But I won't screw up because these are the clear photopolymer stamps, so you can see through what you're doing, which I like that quite a bit. So I want to place this in here because sometimes you think you've got this on your paper, you've got the oval down and you think you got it straight and it's wonky, so your whole sentiment is kind of wonky. It's a word.
Wonky is a word. I think it's been added to the dictionary. Wonky.
Wonky. I know if Madison's on, she always makes fun of my comments on that. Okay, so I have Night of Navy, and I use the sentiment, wishes for a beautiful birthday. We can always say happy birthday, but isn't that really pretty? I really, truly, truly, truly like this. So let me know if there's any questions. So I'm going to stamp after I have this on, and I know people are probably like, what? I better get a scrap paper.
Yeah, better stamp off first.
I always teach it, and then when it goes to doing it on live, I never do. So here is a scratch piece of paper, and I just want to make sure that I've got the right amount of ink, the right amount of pressure. Give that a good transfer. Not bad. Okay. So, lining this up kind of with my grid paper here. And I'm going to stamp this more up to the top.
Why is that?
Well, because when you're holding a card that is a shaker card, you have like all the stuff that falls at the bottom. So I still want to be able to read the sentiment, and I'm going to do some decorations down at the bottom. So that's why. So that was our big stamping in this. What are you laughing at?
They're saying that Wonky Wonky Donkey is a children's book.
I've never heard of that. It's kind of funny sounding.
Stories, they say.
So, and you can see I use the same die going the opposite direction. This was our card last week that we made. This really pretty fun fold. So, okay. So then I'm going to bring in, now I'm going to set this aside. That's done for now. I have the other die cut that remember we talked about this a couple weeks back. I said it kind of looks like a pie crust on there. It's got the cuts in it, it die cuts it, and then it also has the embossing done on there. So I have this in basic white too. There are a couple of things I want you to know. First of all, for this project, you will need some of our window sheets. So that says black foil. I must have had it in the wrong spot. But we sell these great big sheets that are clear, that are an acetate. So they do come with a piece of tissue in between them so they don't get all scratched up. And they're called window sheets. So I need a piece of that. And I have one kind of pre-cut here. A little bit bigger than I think I needed, but okay. We'll go with it. So I have that, and I'm going to throw that one away. And I need to attach this to this. So how would you do that, Bill? Just curious.
With glue.
With glue, okay. We got that down, but what glue would you use? Would you use this?
Probably not.
Why?
Because it would move.
It would move around. That's right. So what other options would you think?
The tape.
Yep, there's tear and tape. You could use tear and tape.
Or the those things.
Yes. So,
I can't remember.
I love that you come out. So everybody has a different preference. I have fallen in love with my Seal and Seal Plus. It's called Stampin' Seal Plus and Stampin' Seal. I've fallen in love with these things, and I didn't think I would as much as I actually do. So the big tip is to make sure that it's on the edge, and don't press super hard. You're going to want, I'm going to use the Seal Plus. I want it to hold very well on here. You're going to want a silicone craft sheet like I have here. These I think are $6.50 or something in our catalog. And you don't have...
Great investment.
It is. It really is, because I love this with my hot glue gun when I'm doing other projects. But you don't have to adhere all the way around this thing. You're going to want to kind of come in here. And do you see how it is heavy enough you can kind of fold it over on these edges? So for me, this is just faster. So I'm going to do that edge and that edge, and I'm just going to fold this up and over. That's pretty simple, isn't it? And then I'll come around here. It's very sticky.
It is. I haven't seen if there's any comments.
Oh, are there?
They're loving it.
Okay. So this, to me, I'm just going to do it on every side. That's my glue. I was pressing too hard again. I'm so used to pressing hard from the years of using tape runners where you had to press down to get it to go. Okay, so I have some areas that aren't sticky. That's okay. Right now, I'm going to move this back over here. So I know you can't hardly see this, but there's my clear piece. And I'm going to turn it over and just stick it down. Kind of rolled that tape up when I did that. Okay, that's it. Just stick it down. So now that I have that down, then what? Well, I'm going to
trim it down.
I'm going to trim it down. You are right. So since I can't sing to entertain everyone, why don't you tell us something? You're like, oh, don't put me on the spot.
Now, they're new to us, they can like us, follow us on Facebook.
Where else?
Instagram.
Yep.
And YouTube.
Yep.
And this will be on YouTube later.
And Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest too.
Okay.
Yep. And this will be on YouTube later. So if you're watching us, like us right now, follow us. If you have questions, send me a message.
Yep.
So I'm just trimming, and it's pretty easy to just follow the guide.
Host code ends tomorrow.
That is correct. This host code ends tomorrow so that I can get everybody their, everybody who purchased the stamp set and bundle, I can get everybody their gold adhesive back swirls. Took me a minute.
That's right.
Okay, so this is the point where you want to make sure that you have nothing on your window sheet. So this is like one of those, this is a Norwex, I don't know, you clean your glasses with it, but if you have some sort of a soft cloth, you want to get your fingerprints off, this is the time to do it. There you go. Now we're going to set this aside for just a moment. And I'm going to show you another product that we're going to be using. This is foam adhesive strips. So this is what's going to raise this up off of our project. I save even these little bitty ones because you never know when you get into a situation where you have just a little area you want to cover. But I'm going to pull one off. They're bendy. Isn't it cool? Keeping my finger off of the window now. And let's make sure I got the right side.
Easier said than done.
I'm going to go ahead and just put this. It'll just bend. Don't worry if it's not perfect oval. It's okay because it's going to be hidden behind this thing. You just want to put it on, going all the way around. Isn't this awesome? I told you.
That is kind of cool.
This is so easy.
And this is what makes the cup.
This makes like the little cup. Although, this is just a little bit different than some of my other ones where we have pre-made cups. Okay, I've got just a little section there that I want to have another little teeny tiny piece. So here's what I'm doing. Do you see right there? Some of that could get out. So I'm just going to insert this right in to that section so that, there we go. All right. This is the fun part, is picking this up. The release. Okay. Got that, and then I need to get it right on this one little piece that, well, I thought I was going to be able to just pick it with that thing. Okay, so now this is ready to go, but wait, how am I going to get this evenly on there in my cup? Because normally I fill the cup, right?
Oh.
So let me show you. I can't do it that way because normally I have a little cup that I fill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out our For Everything Fancy Sequins. If you haven't seen these, let me just show you. They're organized. We've got some pink. We've got some blue. Look at, we just happen to have pink and blue in this. We've got some green. I don't think
so much green in that one.
I don't think I'm going to do so much green. I'm probably going to dominantly do blue. Oops, I just stuck my finger on that. Also, the other thing is when you have something like this, you can put it on your silicone mat. It will not stick to it. And then your sticky isn't getting all over everything. So here's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to open this up. Now this has got some gold and silver and even some iridescent. Oh, look at, there's a big block of those that were kind of stuck together. So I'm going to take some of this. I'm going to set it right in the middle. Oh, look at this, has even got little pearls in it. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, cool. We'll set that down in there.
I see what you're doing.
Do you know what I'm doing?
Because then you could take and look through it and line it up.
Right. But wait, there's a little bit more that I got to show you. And I'm going to take some of the pink ones, which...
They're bouncing all... We're going to have to vacuum just to suck them all up.
Well, that's what I have you for, honey.
Oh, to do the vacuuming. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to stick some of these in here. Now, hold on. I wanted something else in ours, and we have another product, and it's these. I keep it actually in the
shipping bag.
Yeah, that it came in, because these are actual little beads. These are the effervescent elements. So before I even open these, I want to show you my little trick, because those actually are little balls that will roll around. I'm going to make a well here. See that?
Oh, I
yeah,
see. That's
now
kind
you get
of a
it.
Cool idea.
Now you get it. So you can see they're little round circular orbs that have like an iridescent look to them. I don't know if it's showing up very good on camera, but
yeah,
some of the larger ones are kind of big. But if I just put a few into, oh, I got a runaway. Now that's holding it in place. So now I'm getting quite a full, and I'm always scared that this thing will pop open, so I keep it into this thing because I'll have those
all over
beads everywhere, right?
And you know when you'll find them? When you step on them.
Exactly, and then fall and hurt myself. Okay, yeah. So now that I have those in there, when I first did this, I have to let you know, boom, beads everywhere. So you may find one anyway, Bill, but now I can see through this. This is also another time, take a look. Make sure you got all the little speckies and fingerprints off.
Dog
so once
hair.
you seal it down, yeah, it's sealed down. Okay, so I'm going to just lay this, and I may have to stand right on top. And then push that down. Yeah, I had to stand up.
Oh, I like it.
Do you?
Really nice.
Isn't it? Okay, now when you do this, look at that. You can see it, but see, this is why I wanted that stamped.
Kind of looks like snowflakes. Different colors.
Kind of does.
Shapes.
Yeah. So, when you get it with the wishes for a beautiful birthday up at the top, that way you can still see. Isn't that just so much fun, you guys? Just that alone is fun. All right, well, we're still not done. So now, how do we want to decorate this? The really cool thing is that
what's the paper?
This paper is with this bundle, the Framed Florets. It's called the Fitting Florets. And it comes with so many beautiful colors and beautiful, it's a lot of blues. There are some pinks in here. Look at this. They have to order
the bundle to get the paper.
No? They can order the paper if they want alone.
Okay.
But if they want my special, they have to order the bundle to get the free gold adhesive back swirls. And if they add the paper and then just a couple dollars
$4 more, they got
like a glue. Yeah, they get a free stamp set and 2 Perks rewards. It also comes with a sheet of paper like this. And what's really cool about this particular piece is there is a die that matches. So you can go like this and you can cut out these pieces. And let's see, here's another one like this. Or you can do what I do, and I keep this together with it, but I also cut out, like this one right here, let's just do this real quick, would cut this out. So all I'd have to do is run that through the die cut machine and it'll be all cut out nice and perfect. But then this one, I keep these and I go around and I just hand cut them out. So you can see a lot of these I've hand cut out. Ooh, that one's a neat one. I just run it through with the paper snips and just kind of fussy cut those out. And they're very, very pretty. I mean, it's so easy to do. I know people think I probably sat here for a long period of time, but I didn't. I just literally just kind of run like this through it and cut it. I'm not going to do that tonight because I know you guys have families and stuff that you want to visit. Let me take that piece I just found. That's a really pretty piece.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Is. I like it.
Maybe I could. There's this one. Well, let's take. I got a couple of these cut out. Let's take a couple of these and look at them. Even these that the edges were cut off, like I probably would come back up and cut this out, and you know, if I hooked it up against another thing, it would be fine. This one has the edge, but I might just go through and cut this off, and if I hook it up against another piece, I think it will be fine. So I'm going to move these aside for now, and let's take those two pieces that I have already, and let's take a look at these. So I definitely like the pink with this. Oh, this is on a different side. I like it this way. I definitely like the pink with this. Okay, what do you think? This is different than my last card, but
it looks nice.
Here would be.
Ooh, I like the other color better.
You do? You like that lighter?
The pinker.
The pinker? Okay. Well, I can try it. You like this one?
Oh, they're saying the pink.
The dark pink or the light pink?
Well, darker pink.
Is that
darker
okay?
Pink.
Darker pink. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to show you guys a couple of things. So this sticks up. You know, this one's got a little meat to it here. So when you're putting this on, first of all, let me determine how I want it. I think I like
about 5 for the dark pink.
Okay, so dark pink's winning. I'm kind of liking that. I like it on this side. Okay, so here's the thing. This sticks up really far. I'm going to go the opposite side of what I did last week or last time. So when you're putting these on, I'll have one there and one there and one there. This is a lot thinner than what that is. It is okay to take these off like so and add another layer on to make it tall enough. You can make these tall enough. Don't worry about if they're sitting exactly perfect. You can make this tall enough. Now I'm going to take these off, but I want to do something different than what I did last time. So I had it here, but I had a different flower, and I did something. Actually, I had it here, but I think I'm going to do something different this time. So we have some of the polished pink open weave ribbon, and this ribbon was just too thick. So what I did is I took the snips and I cut it in half like so, like this, to have that color in there. Now on the other one I made a bow that went on top, but my flower was different on the other one than this one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to experiment right now in front of you. I probably shouldn't go off the fly, should I? But we'll see. We'll see how this works. I'm going to do this one different than the last one. I'm going to just have this. Bill's throwing around all the craft supplies over there. Do you hear him? No respect, man. I'm going to do, since this is going to be covered anyway, I've just put a line of seal down. And what are you doing?
Putting away your stuff so you don't lose them.
Oh, now I feel bad for making a comment. He's putting stuff up for me. What a sweetheart. I'm going to put this underneath this time. And I'm going to use a glue dot right here where this is going to sit over where I'm at. Here we go. And I'm going to do it this way. What do you think of that?
Looks sharp.
Okay, so now that's glued there, and then these are at the same height. And I've got a fun shaker card. Now, if I do this, then you'll be able to see the birthday wishes under there. Isn't that, it's really simple. It's a simple process. And this with the double oval, I think is really wonderful. Now let me show you this one. So this one I did a little bit different. I have the bow on top, but I used one of the pre-cut ones, and I honestly think your guys' method, oh, and I didn't have nearly as much. That's because most of my beads rolled away.
Rolled away.
No, I guess there's more in there than what I thought. So you can put as much or as little. Wouldn't you love getting this card? I think this is an absolutely awesome card.
It is. Very. And they love it.
Do you guys? I love that they have little pearls in here. I think that's pretty cool. But I think I explained that process pretty well. Did anybody have any questions?
They thought I was looking for a Scooby snack.
Oh. Yeah, I haven't given you a Scooby snack in a long time, have I? Maybe I should give you a Scooby snack. Fun. Okay, so.
Awesome card. Love it. Very beautiful.
I almost think I like this one a little bit better.
A lot of shares.
Oh, thank you guys for sharing so much. So anybody who shares tonight gets into the drawing for next week. Now, next Wednesday will be the last night that I'll be doing. No, I'm going to be this Friday.
Yep.
So this Friday I have a really, really colorful, quick and easy card that I'll be doing for Parfait. Then next week I won't be doing a Parfait because
we'll be traveling.
That's right, because of Onstage. I knew there was a reason. So, okay, so this is the card for next week. The card that is for tonight's drawing is from last week, and it is actually this fun fold. Isn't this just gorgeous? I love that. I love how the purple really played on that, coloring that ribbon. So if you're new, be sure to like and follow. For those of you who shared last week, your name was put into a drawing. And let's see, Bill, you want to hand me that?
Yep.
Everybody's name is in here. You guys blow me away each week. It's just getting more and more shares. I appreciate it. So Bill, draw another one.
2.
Okay, who do you got?
Laura Land.
Oh, Laura. Laura hasn't won in a long time. So Laura, I have your address and I will be sending you one.
And Cheryl Wilson. I thought she's on, but
Cheryl is new to me. So Cheryl, if you are watching right now, will you message me right here on Facebook and give me your mailing address? Because you have won this beautiful card and I would love to send it to you for sharing my video. I do appreciate it, you guys. Again, if you're watching me on YouTube later, be sure to like and get my notifications. I appreciate very much all orders that I get. Use this host code tonight and then watch for it to change. It'll change on
Friday morning.
Friday morning. Yep. We'll have a new host code. So any questions from anyone that you saw?
No, I didn't see any.
Okay. All right, you guys. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you on Friday at 4 p.m. Central Time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.